Okay, so while driving, I decided that I will record a first review of Grok Bot. I installed Grok Bot yesterday, so by SpaceX AI, and the main thing I like about it is you can have different agents. You can name them, so one can be Bryan, another one can be Alex, another one can be whatever. And you can also write their specific roles, so like CTO, Chief Marketing Officer, supporter, whatever you decide to name them. And you can do short descriptions for them as well if you want to. And the main idea is that you start first with one agent, and ideally like with OpenClaw, Hermes Agents, ChatGPT, or even Claude, the same process is the best. You usually just brain dump everything you have about yourself, your goals, your pains, what you're doing, who are you, and ask it to help you out. So then it can decide or suggest what's best to do, what kind of tools to connect. Should you connect calendars? Should you connect Gmail, Slack? What kind of agents you should have, and basically it tries to solve your whole life's problems. And that's nice, but if we're talking about the differences and the overall experience using Grok versus another harness like ChatGPT or Claude or Hermes or whatever, is that when you're using ChatGPT or any other tool, the main problem that you have is that you are always switching between sessions. Those old sessions are forgotten. You forgot which session is for what, and there's the annoyance for that. With Grok, it kind of like creates you a specific agent. Well, you can create yourself. So, for example, I created an agent called Bryan Johnson. So he's helping me with health. So just today, he emailed my health specialist to book an appointment. Then I created another agent that's just for sales. So reviews the material, reviews the emails, reviews the proposals, reviews everything. Helps with follow-ups, with pings and the other stuff. So it's very easy because then you have like someone who's dedicated just for that one specific work. So you don't have like 10 different sessions for health. You just have Bryan Johnson as an example, which is your agent. The same goes for sales. You have sales guy, and that kind of makes you unload, let's call it this way, mentally, because you can basically just tell one agent what to do and it does the thing. Also, it's very easy to set up. They have their own cloud environment, so basically they have their own dedicated devices. So they're running on cloud, and they are able to use Chrome, and that's nice. And you can have specific logins just for them, so you can just create like a new email for them and invite them to any tool, or you can use your own logins if you want to. And each agent can have access to just what it needs. So it's not like you have one master agent that knows everything. You can have each that need to know only the things that they need to know, so they are not overloaded with too many things at once. And they can basically go on the internet. They can interact with tools, and any tool. So for example, if some kind of tool does not have an API or webhook or MCP, you can just, for example, they can just go to LinkedIn and find your posts that you have and check which posts have most saves. So some tools, like social media tools, don't even allow you to see how many interactions your LinkedIn post got in terms of saves, which is a very strong metric, which shows how people are engaged and how much they care about your content, and how much valuable it was compared to just views. Because views can be just like you post something funny and you get a lot of views, or you post something edgy and once again you get lots of views, but 0 saves. So that's where saves matter, and this is one example with Grok. Each agent has its own cloud environment, and they can just browse the web, use tools wherever on their, let's call it remote desktop. There's also an app, so while you're doing stuff, you can just message an agent and it will start working on the task you want. So once you connect all of your tools, your Slacks, your ClickUps, your whatever, you can even pass APIs. So if there's no like direct integration right now with Grok Bot, you can just Grok will tell you what to do, basically how to add any APIs, and then it will do everything automatically without logging into browser. So more technical stuff, but bear with me. So that's really great. And another feature which is cool is sometimes there's some kind of sessions or some parallel work happening, and you can ask one agent in Grok. So like so you can, so for example, you have a health agent, like so I have Bryan Johnson as my health agent, and I can say for the health agent that basically you can ask my sales guy, so my sales agent Alex, how to better write an email, a persuasive email to my, I don't know, my health consultant, because she's not doing what I want, as an example. So agents can talk one to another. You can have like a development agent who's doing technical work, like fixing bugs, doing coding and stuff, and sales guy can talk with the coding agent. Or you can have a CEO who controls all agents. So basically, it's like a team of people, and they can communicate with each and every one of them together or separately, and you can see all of the context that happened. And the whole idea is very simple. You have agents, it's like your teammates, and the teammates can talk together. They have their own devices, their own computers, their environments, and they can work there, and you can take over and you can even see what they're doing. Also, ideally, if you have your own local devices that are running 24/7, so I have 2 Mac Studios, M3 Ultras, I have DigiGX Spark, I have Mac Mini, so those are headerless devices who are working 24/7. And using Tailscale, I can tell Grok that it can do stuff as well with my other devices. So most people right now are saying that Grok is awesome. It's like Apple because it's very easy to get started, but the main issue is that you can't use local models, and that sucks. You only have the Grok subscription, Super Grok Heavy, which is $300, or the 200 subscription if you're using a Cursor subscription. So it's a strange thing that your one price is higher, another one is lower for the same stuff. But the main issue that everyone is saying is that you cannot use local models. Well, that's bullshit. So since I have the local models, yes, I'm not able to use Grok directly with. So my agents are not being used like with Qwen, 3.8 or GLM, or they're just using the Grok AI. But I can use Grok to control my other AIs that I have on my studio or my DigiGX Spark. So basically, I would say that yes, you're still using the subscription and the users limits that you're getting from Grok Bot for the subscription, but you can easily allow Grok to use your main device or any device that the Grok app, the desktop app, is installed. Give it full computer usage, and it can SSH to any your device. So if you have Tailscale, which allows you to connect to any of your devices, SSH via terminal, and you control any of your devices, upload files, delete files, run stuff, and control any other AIs. So for example, we exhausted our ChatGPT subscription, which is over $200, and we were using some of the processes internally with ChatGPT. So since Qwen 3.8 is quite fast and quite intelligent for the work instead. So instead of using ChatGPT tokens or Claude tokens or API tokens, whatever, I just told Grok to switch from ChatGPT and use local models instead. So some heavier tasks are running 24/7 using GLM 5.2 from my Mac Studio, and another tasks are being run with Mac Studio and GGX Spark on Qwen 3.8, sorry, and we also have video content that's being done with AI. So it's using those models, and Grok can control those. So basically, then you're using less of Grok, then you have your own local models, and you can kind of work with those. So yeah, so those are kind of workarounds. I was also able to do that with ChatGPT to control my other local models, so that's nice. But the main idea is that you can have a hybrid approach, which is you have orchestrator or agents on Grok, and then have your local models being controlled by Grok Bot as an example, and doing work for you. You have the routines. So what I really also like with Grok is that you have routines. So like checking emails, checking follow-ups, checking Slack messages, preparing like reviews, preparing drafts, doing research, preparing content. So basically you can schedule stuff and it will do the things that you want to be done, and that's great. And also recently, it's just like, I don't know, I think it's 24 hours or something, so Grok Bot was copied by Hermes Agent. So Hermes Agent is an open research open source product, so we can use it for free, and it has the old classic session style harness where you can use your ChatGPT subscription or other tool subscriptions, or you can plug your APIs and use it with Grok, connect it to Telegram, connect to Slack, connect to wherever and wherever you want to. But now they introduced Hermes bots, so it's basically a ripoff of Grok Bot. So it also allows you to have your agents. And each agent can have a different model. So one agent can be running on Qwen, another agent can be running on GLM, another agent can be running on, I don't know, like on Gemma, on other models. So the concept is very easy, that if you want to run everything yourself and you're quite technical, and you have a lot of local devices, or you have cheaper APIs that you want to be paying for, and you want to have everything locally, so Hermes bots are the solution for you. I haven't tested them yet myself, so the day is yet early, and the day has just started, but I will do that later. I'm not in a rush for right now, because I just reviewed Alex Finn's video, and it mentioned that it's a fast copy of what already is done by Grok Bot. So since I have a lot of limits and usage left on Grok Bot, I will use Grok Bot instead. But the main idea is that everything, all the software is easily replaceable, copyable, can be copied, and that's what was done by Hermes. So far the experience is the most easiest, and newbie easy is Grok Bot, but for sure everything will be able to be done with Hermes agent, using those bots as well. So looking at everything, where my mind stands. So what I see, so our team is a team of 6 people. We have running like almost everything using AI. research stuff and troubleshooting and analysis and optimization and all of the sales marketing stuff. Basically, the whole company is AI native, and I think we're like at the forefront of what's happening and how things are being done, and our people are super ready on that. All the presentations, sheets, data pools. It's just crazy how advanced we are, and we've been doing a lot of web cloud models, even though we have local resources available. So local resources were also being used, but looking at Codex usage, for both ChatGPT usage, it drains fast, and that's the main powerhouse. And I see that when it's a team of 6 people, we already feeling the bottleneck. So the usage has been drained even with the constant resets and stuff. So there's something happening there. They may be just like exhausting the tokens themselves and making it drain faster, because maybe the usage has exploded from 2 million to 15 million, or how many like ChatGPT subscribers now are using the development stuff. But the growth is crazy there, and ChatGPT is benefiting from that. But the overall experience has dropped, and the limits have dropped. So I think that since yesterday all of our usage was exhausted, I switched everything today to the local models, and I see they're a bit slower, so they're doing like 35 tokens per second or a bit higher depending on the model, but it's pretty good. So I'll be switching most of our tasks to run 24/7 on local models using Grok Bot. I've instructed, and I'll tell it to keep monitoring and make sure that all of our cron jobs, all of our reviews, and basically everything that's not like super brain heavy will be used with local models, like running 24/7, doing research, doing tasks, checking for errors for anything. And the rest part will be done during the night. So the slower work will be done with GLM 5.2 for the harder work. So basically, I'm trying to replace ChatGPT and Claude. I'm trying to replace the subscriptions because they are burning fast. I've tried using the API, and to write one newsletter it costed me more than $40. So that's just for one newsletter. So imagine the cost for the API. It's crazy. Well, I was using Fable, but doesn't matter. It's still crazy expensive. And with local models, the price is zero. So I have already two Max Studios 512 GB RAM of each, and other devices that I mentioned previously. I'm thinking of getting the 5090 graphics card and more stuff. So I will see how things are moving, but I think the future for now, if you're solo founder, solo worker, yes, Cloud or ChatGPT is usually enough with the subscription, or Grok Bot. But if you have a team of 5, 6 or more people, the hybrid approach seems the most likely one. And if you're like a very big company, the ChatGPT subscription will not help you to manage your whole company. So that means you have to pay expensive API costs, which is crazy. And $200 limits will not do as much per employee what Elon is doing. So the only solution from my side is basically you have to buy gold, which is buy the devices and post everything locally. So that's the summary, and go local or hybrid if you're mid-size, and cloud environment is okay if you're like 1-2 people. So yeah, so that's it for today, and we'll keep you posted if I found any new things to discuss. And yeah, have a great day.